In the world of business, in order to obtain desirable outcome from an investment, one must willing to face an inevitable risk when things don't go as planned. As the famous quote stated, high risk, high return. This universal truth also applies to Nguntit Law when we first launched our wet market lending program back in 2011. Great opportunities arise from new segments are risky yet rewarding. Therefore, we must be able to continue to profitably capture stock benefit in long term and continue to explore further possibilities. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're the Enterprise, and here are my colleagues, Dongkit, Bemika, Nantipat, and I, Pitapa. I'll be presenting the overall analysis. Nguntit Law is a private non-bank financial institution operating as a subsidiary of Bank of Ayutthaya. Our main types of product and services are leasing, which we specialize in automobile and microfinance lending. Currently, we are a market leader, but our market share has slightly increased from 47 to 41% due to aggressive business expansion of our competitors. Moreover, the wet market lending program is currently facing a net loss year by year due to high operating costs. Financial technology is one of the fastest growing industry in the world. To make financial services easier, better, and faster, and PromptPay has brought to public attention by the strong support of the government in order to reduce transferring costs and also improve pension distribution system. Nguntit Law has also launched a personal insurance plan back in 2011, but there's still a huge room of opportunity since there's only 13% market penetration. For our SWOT analysis, we are currently the only credit provider who established credit history for our customers at the National Credit Bureau. However, we still have low awareness on our insurance program and we offer slightly higher interest than our competitors. Here come our TAOS metric. We would incorporate PromptPay into our business transaction in order to improve the quality and better serve our customers. Moreover, we realize that the same group of customers are being targeted by government bank, which will make sure that we will amplify our unique characteristic of being the only branch-based lending currently in the market. Moreover, we would reduce number of relationship officers visitings in order to reduce high operating costs from our nano finance program. And last but not least, we are currently outnumber our competitors in terms of branches up to 1 to 7 in terms of proportion, which in the future we will expand our network by opening more branches in the future. Our target market are grassroots people in underbanked area. The majority are freelance with accountant for over 40% following by employee. Our main recommendation and strategy will mainly focus on these two groups of customers. He or she live in rural area with limited access to bank, and also at the age of 41 to 50, they have lots of obligation, living room for saving. And also most of them are self-employed, which means they have irregular income. And the majority of assets put down as collateral is motorcycle, which accounted for over 70%. We realize that there's countless competitors currently in the market, but we'll mainly focus on those who target the same group of customer as us, which is the non-bank financial institution. As you can see, Seaswat Power will have 2,000 branches by the end of this year, and they all have a really strong financial support due to the fact that they're all listed in the Stock Exchange of Thailand. But with our notable strengths, we can still remain at the market leader. But how long can we stay in this position? We proudly present to you our two main recommendations: expand the legacy and explore endless possibility. We would increase market share in our currently occupied market and also expand our geographic network. By launching debt restructuring service as corporate social responsibility program, and also open more branches up to 2,000 branches by the end of 2021. Moreover, we want to improve our profits on nano finance program and also introducing new products such as saving, transferring, and insurance. Next, Natipat will guide you through our first three main strategies.
First of all, we see a very big opportunity from vendor and bread market from all over the country. According to an example of J1 cases, we have analyzed the behavior and also understood how to convince them and change the perception. We found out that this group of people can be convinced by people they know and trust. Gantit gained almost 300 customers from Sirirat market where J1 store is located since she became a promoter. We see a potential of this model to be used with other 1,302 markets in Thailand, which contain about 50 to 200 markets each. So we proudly introduce you our recommendation, debt restructuring service, or Kill the Shark. So here's what we are going to do. We will send a scout team to find the best fit merchant to our criteria, which are has promising business, has leadership of characteristics, facing debt obligation with short loan, and also has responsibility to pay. And we will offer them a refinancing loan without any service fee and let them become our representative in the market. So other merchants would have seen that our company can better their lives. Moreover, we will attach our brand to some channels that these group of people are familiar with. For example, Talat Satsanam, Bao TV shows. By doing all of this, we will be a top of mind brand for vendor in the bread market. And our next recommendation is branch expansion. As we all might know, northeastern part of Thailand has the highest number of population, following by central, northern, and southern. And northeastern also has the lowest income per capita. And since our main target is low-income people and unbanked area, most of our new branch will go to northeastern, central, northern, and southern respectively. So we have a number of branches in our mind, which is a total of 2,229 branches within 2021. This number came up from our competitive concern and also worthiness of our resources. Even though we are a top-of-mind brand from vendor, our competitor also did a great job to increase brand recognition by opening a lot of branches and to let the customer familiar with the brand. So our 40% of new branches will go to northeastern, 30% to central, 20% to northern, and 10% to southern. We select a proper brand environment, which is a crowded area with lots of unbanked people nearby. For example, local market, community, and bus station. Quality of employee is also needed to be controlled, since it can affect the bottom line of us. So in order to ensure the new branch quality, we will be implementing these processes. We will select a high-performing worker from nearby branch by looking at their size of portfolio and also level of non-performing loan. And we will test them with comprehensive examination, and the one who qualifies will be promoted to be a manager of new branches. So we will use the same structure of 3 workers in each branch to maintain the quality, and we will train them to ensure the good result. And our next recommendation is called ease. Since many opportunities and also trends are coming very soon in technology side, we cannot just ignore it because it can enhance our operation and satisfy our customer better. So we found out the best 3 ways to adapt this Gantit law. First, non-online transaction. It can solve our high running cost problem from relationship officer, and we will use this system with loan for vendor in bread market. And the customer can use this system as a payment system, and we will also use this as a loan approval system. Combining with the first strategy, Kill the Shark, we will be using pull strategy to attract customers into our branches, so reducing number of hours will not affect our profit. And second, transfer request, to extend our product line and satisfy our customer better. We will make our customer feel that we are helping each other to solve their financial problem. So we will allow them to give us a third-party bank account contact and we will pay for their debt by their loan. So PromptPay will be applying this system to reduce transferring costs in each transaction, and each transaction cost will rely on PromptPay and fees. So some criteria will be set up to limit our possible costs to avoid losses. And third, saving for paying. We will be install a new bank saving account for automobile financing customers, and we will let them put the money into the saving account, and we will take it out as payment every month. And the rest of the money will get an interest as a reward, and we will offer slightly higher interest rate than bank saving account. So moreover, the rest of the money in the bank account will get a chance to win NTL lotto that reward a cash and gold. And Bemika will tell you more about next recommendation and communication channel.
So our last strategy is to launch a new product to the market, which is insurance, motorcycle insurance. This is because we have found that over 35% of the overall accident happens with motorcycle, and the number tends to be increasing on and on. However, our insurance is not ordinary because it is tailor-made for our customer with two special distinct features. First, our motorcycle will cover both life and vehicles of the passenger, the riders, and litigants, as well as the legal liability that may incur. This is because people always see legal issues as a myth, so we would undertake it for them. This is a commitment that Medit Law always embraces to optimize the profit for customer for their brighter future. However, to make it economic viable, we do need to reduce the amount claimable for each coverage to be below the industry's average, but it was still enough for our customers. Last but not least, we also found out that the majority of our customers are motorcycle riders. So with this, we have the data, the result, and we know them best. This is why we are sure that our motorcycle insurance will satisfy them. And next, let's move to the communication channel. We will mainly have 6 communication channels, including both above the line and below the line marketing, which will be arranged into 3 steps. First, to begin with, is a bit above the line marketing, including the television advertisements, the short break at the Sasanam Pao TV show, and the FM 95 Luk Thung Manakhon and other AM radio stations. With this, we believe that after the communication is launched, our customer will be aware and interested in our product. Finally, they will connect the dots for us in terms of awareness and interest. And by the end of the day, they will establish a community from Medit Law automatically. Next, to enhance and ensure the performance of above-the-line media, we'll be using below-the-line media, including 2 tools. First, the referral program is when we will award our customers who can successfully invite their friends to use our product with financial incentives such as discount and also the privilege such as special service. And for another tool is the billboard representing the virtual activity, which we will clarify more on the next slide. This is because below the line media is able to reach our target customer more individually. And last but not least, apart from making profit, Medit Law should also be concerned on building the image of the brand. So premiums such as Upcorn, the Market Umbrella, and Plastic Bag will be given away to enhance the image as being down to earth and generous. Furthermore, some of our customers who are merchants could use our product and premiums in their business, saving their costs, feeling better towards our brand, and promoting our brand for us as a consequence. And this is a prototype of our billboard that will be placed in the market. The billboard will be used to represent the virtual activity, which is a two-way benefit between the company and customer. In terms of customer, they will get to know the better service because they can get instant pay at their place of business, so they will not need to waste any money or time that may arise from transportation to our branches. And in terms of Medit Law, we can use this opportunity to promote our new product, a motorcycle insurance, new service, saving on paving and transfer on request, and also promote the new branches that will open along the time. And to move further on the process of virtual activity, there will be 3 main steps. First, we will send our employees to visit profitable market according to the survey and votes. Second, they will do the checkup, including the profile checkup of background of the customer. They will also do the ownership document and also check the physical condition of vehicle. And if money is approved, they can transfer the money using prompt pay system, fast and economically, so both of the parties could be satisfied. Next, Tongkit will elaborate more on implementation plan and financial analysis.
For our implementation plan, we divide based on our recommendation. First, expand the legacy. We expect to open 94 more branches currently, along with continue promoting over the next 3 years. And in the fourth quarter of this year, we expect to send our scout team to find eligible applicants and to promote to the Shark program. We also expect to launch this program in every first and third quarter over the next 3 years. Second, explore the possibility. We mainly focus our new product relying on prompt pay system, so we will immediately coordinate with Kunsi Bank about the prompt pay system, and we will educate our employee about this new system. We expect this process to be done before the end of this year, since by the October, the prompt pay system will be ready. And as soon as we succeed in coordinating with Kunsi Bank, we will replace cash collection with prompt pay payment and review this process over the next 3 years. Moreover, in the beginning of the year 2017, we will launch a roadshow campaign to approve loan during our roadshow and paying our customer via ATM machines. However, To be able to get customer attention, we will prepare a new advertisement about our new product and we will launch it at the beginning of the next year along with the referral program. Now we will move on to see the financial impact of our recommendation to NTL. As you can see from the graph, the blue line indicates the base revenue of NTL, which provides 18.94% of CAGR, while the red line indicates the revenue with our recommendation, which provides 32.98% of CAGR. However, to be able to get this number, three key assumptions have to be reached. First, NTL value is indicated by the current market value. Second, using standardized depreciation method. And third, leasing and insurance penetration are still quite low and is continually increased. For net income forecast, with our recommendation, we believe that NTL will achieve 51.38% of CAGR, while the base case will only provide 20% of CAGR. Still, to achieve this number, two key assumptions have to be reached. First, number of ATM machines increase, and second, number of flea market in Thailand is still constant. There are key investments that we would like to address for our recommendation. The majority cost will be in office supply, staff cost, operating cost, building renting, and advertisement, with a total cost of 11,000 million baht. We also expect that the structure of recurring cost to be unchanged, and all of this will be funded by bond equity and debenture. Now we want to see the risk and mitigation. Even though we come up with a good recommendation, but unexpected events might occur. First, for debt restructuring service, our promoter might not be fully tasked by other merchants, so we use our scout team to carefully select that promoter. For branch expansion, our quality of employee might be lower since the number of branches is growing too fast and the real estate price might significantly increase. So we do a big recruitment process to improve our employee quality and we will estimate the most profitable branch to be opened first. Next one, nano transaction. Our customer might not fully trust and understand this system because this is a new system for them. So we will cooperate with government to educate them about this new system. The last one, motorcycle insurance. Our customer might perceive it as an unnecessary and expensive product, so we will give out more information and benefit of insurance protection to them. Next, Pichapa will conclude our presentation.
We realize that there's a lot of information to be taken into consideration, so here are 5 key main takeaway points from us. Grassroots people do not trust easily. Therefore, we must be able to provide them with concrete proof and the use of reference group to gain their trust. Moreover, in order to increase market share, we need to do it by increased number of users' account, by introducing new product and service, and be able to reach them more easily by opening new branches in the future. And also, we can never stop implementing new financial technology in order to enhance our operation and to reduce our operating costs. With our excellent strategy and implementation plan, we strongly believe that Nguyen Thip Law will remain undisputed leader in Thailand and the bank area and successfully strive to enrich and empower their life. Thank you for your attention. The floor is now open for questions and answers.
Can you go back to the branch expansion strategy pitch?
Sure.
The 2,000 branches? Any reason behind why you come up with the 2,000 branches?
As I mentioned in the overall analysis that by the end of this year, C-Swap Power will have over 2,000 branches by the end of this year. So therefore, we realize that even now we're outnumbered by competitors up to 1 to 7 and we still top of mind brand in customer perspective. But due to aggressive business expansion of our competitors might lead to increasing market share. Therefore, we feel like we need to be able to open more branches due to we have a really strong financial background. And also, we need to be able to reach our customer easily, even though Mueang Thai might have more branches than us. But from our research and study, we realized that their location of opening is not really profitable since they don't really choose location carefully as our criteria and also our employee training program.
And how about the qualification of the staff and also the how you maintain the quality of the staff?
So we'll use a strategy of promote within. So for the existing branch that have the low non-performing loan, we will promote the staff to become the manager of the new branches, and also we will promote the existing profitable branch managers to become the new managers of the new branch. And also we'll test them with comprehensive examination, which will see who will be fit for our next branches.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for your presentations. I really appreciate that, and the content is very strong. So can you go back to your first recommendations? I think it's the one that using the, I think it's, you rely on some online platform to let the customer register for services through application. I mean, can you walk through that slide? I think you mentioned one. This one, can you clarify the plan that you want to do for approval or even payment of the installment that you plan to use? Can you elaborate more on this? Because I think during your presentation you go quite fast on this. Can you share us again? Because I have some questions on this. Okay, so besides the brand expansions, you also targeted to use some of the, what is the system that you plan to use in here for the payment and also the approval loan?
We plan to use PromptPay, but actually you can use any kind of online banking. It will serve as well as PromptPay.
So any online banking that can let the customer pay the installment, right? And can you also answer me some questions that what is the target market of your customer?
For this one, we're mainly aiming on the nano finance program because currently the company is facing high operating costs from which we have done research and found out that it's because of the visiting of relationship officers. So by cutting that cost of them making daily collection, by having our customers make installment through online payment, we firmly believe that it will reduce our high operating costs.
Okay, and who is that people? Is it the vendor or trader in the market, right? What is your thought or opinion that how can you transfer? As you know, those merchants is very old ladies or maybe 50 years old. So how can you make sure that you can use this system or even online? Will they adopt this kind of thing? Because currently, I don't think all of them got even smartphone. So what do you think about this?
So we have went through the research and we have found that over 50% of Thai people now have smartphone. And for the system, we know that now PromptPay is becoming on trend and government is promoting it heavily. So we are quite sure that they will know how to use it. Moreover, the company will also educate them as well.
And to add on that, even though I realize that Thailand is far behind from being the cashless society, but I believe that in the future, with increasing number of ATM and also people will tend to be use less cash. I mean, our group of customer will be the last one to change into use those credit card and e-wallet, but we'll get there.
Okay, first of all, I just would like to thank you for presentation, quick, precise, and a lot of details. My question is, since you are quite strong to propose to open the branch to the 2000 range, right? So my question is just a simple one. So if you go to that 2000 range of the branch, what would you do if your target market or your wet market or your the landscape of your customer or audience change? What would you do with those branches? And then what are other options? Other option other than open the branch is not the small thing. It's not the easy thing. You have to prep people, right? Training, yes, we do. We can ensure effective training, but then to make it effective, to reach that 2000 scale is not easy at all. right?
From what I understand, you mean that if our customer change to become more cashless society and don't go to branch as much, but in order for us to approve loan, they have to go to the branch. So having more number of branches will ease their life because it will be more reachable to them. And by the end of 5 years, we're talking about 5 years ahead that we'll have over 2,000 branches. Our competitors might be up to more than that. So I think the number is not too aggressive and we'll be able to do that. And to control quality as well.
Okay.
And to add on that, we have found that although our society is aiming to be a cashless society, we have found on research that it takes a lot of time. Even Sweden, that has started the cashless society since 1960, it still takes 15 more years to become a complete one. So Thailand will take more time on that. And with this, we believe that our branch will be able to satisfy them. Because for the customer who want to get loan, they have to drive and take the vehicles into the branches for let our staff do the checkup.
And moreover, since we are using a lot of approved strategies to attract customers to our branches, also creating a branch will be available for customers to reach our company's price necessary to increase our customer base.
So they seem like you want them to go to your branch, right?
Yes.
And then what are, I mean, in the case, if in case that, correct me if I'm wrong, they have a concern here that the target market is more like day-to-day, they have day-to-day job every day, right? And then they actually don't actually have time to go to those branch. What do you think about that?
It's the same with us and our competitors that when you want to get your loan approved, you have to go to the branch, which are competitive advantage of being the only branch-based lending, so we're able to approve loan faster. I mean, we can approve loan within day, but with our competitors, our customer will have to wait 2 to 3 days. So this is a really strong competitive advantage of Andy Law.
And furthermore, this is why we are using the virtual activity that will send our employees to the market to approve loan for them instantly. With this, they do not have to travel or transport to our branches at all.
Okay. So actually, thank you for a lot of teamwork. I saw 2 minutes first helping answering my question. So, yeah, very good presentation. Thank you.
Still have time? Yep. Yes, thank you. One more question on the insurance. Can you go to the insurance page? Heard you mention about the promoting insurance business to the TBC. What will you be saying on the TBC? What are your value proposition on the insurance?
Yeah, with this, we still will use the targeting, which is a funny theme, yet realistic, because this is what Mantik Law has already been well known on the advertisement. Yeah, and we also found that the past advertisement is quite successfully because this is real, and when customers and audience saw it, they really feel that this is their life.
And our main value proposition is we will be a friend of motorcycle riders because we help them solve every aspect of the problem with motorcycle. For example, the injury or the accessory of the motorcycle.
Just some random questions that I would like to brainstorm with you. So currently, I think there are three staff in each branches, right? And then one of them is the manager, and then the other two is the staff that working on both the lending one and even nano financing ones. Just wondering to you that do you think given one target customer that they need to take care in that coverage, do you think these 2 people is enough? Or do they need to do any specific role on what is your plan of the strategy? Are they all going to do those strategies that you're going to implement, or even launching more insurance service, or educating the retailer to use some virtual platform? What do you think on that?
For the TV advertisement and the video, they would be launched from the central. But for the thing that our employees can do geographically, they will do that job. For example, they will need to educate our customer about the loans because every time when they go out to the market, for example, to do the roadshow activity, they will get to face our customers, and this is the advantage and do not need to or require any additional cost for them to do it for us.
And to add on that, we believe that with our well-trained customers, they can handle insurance and also our saving and transferring because not in every day, there are not going to be a huge number of customers coming from insurance. So I think with our 3 people per bench is going to be enough.
And so everyone doing the same jobs, right? For those 2 people, you
Approving and also do background check.
And for each strategy, for example, for motorcycle insurance, Ngantik Law is playing a role as a broker to sell insurance, but they are not like an officer that go to claim any accident for the customers. And for each strategy, we are implementing the system in the like a centrally controlled system, and we just educate the employee to use this system, and we not take not much effort to learn the system.
Moreover, we realize that on a trade and transfer on request, there might be lots of transactions that a customer wants us to do, which may require our staff time. Therefore, we have this criteria to be able to make it visible by have a maximum of 5 transactions and also an amount of not above 50,000. So it will reduce costs as well, and also it will make our employees be able to provide the best service for our customers.
So thank you to Enterprise for the presentation.